Israel has launched a new ground offensive in Gaza, sending troops back into key areas just a day after a series of airstrikes shattered a fragile ceasefire with Hamas. The Israel Defense Forces stated that the operation aims to expand the security zone and create a partial buffer between northern and southern Gaza. We bring you a report.
Israeli airstrikes started pounding Gaza again early Tuesday, killing hundreds of people, according to Palestinian authorities. Blasts rang out across the coastal enclave, threatening a complete collapse of the fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas that had brought 2 months of relative calm. Video obtained by Reuters showed injured civilians and bodies of the dead being rushed to hospitals in Gaza. Palestinian Health Ministry officials said many of those killed were children. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he ordered the bombardment against Hamas in response to their refusal to release more hostages and their rejection of longer-term truce proposals backed by the United States. In a statement, his office said, quote, "Israel will, from now on, act against Hamas with increasing military strength." Hamas accused Israel of breaching the ceasefire agreed on January 19th and jeopardizing efforts by mediators to move on to the second phase negotiations of the deal. A Hamas spokesperson told Reuters on Tuesday it was communicating with mediators with hopes of completing the implementation of the original agreement to secure a permanent end to the war. After rounds of heavy shelling, Israel issued evacuation orders for multiple neighborhoods, including eastern Rafah, where families had just returned after the January ceasefire. On Tuesday, they packed up what remained of their belongings and fled their hometowns once again. Many headed to Khan Yunis. But bombardment there has also caused widespread destruction, burning displacement tents to the ground. "We woke up to the sound of strikes," this man said. "The tents were on fire, the women started to scream, and the children were terrified." Tuesday's strikes leaves the fate of the 59 hostages that remain in Gaza uncertain. Fewer than half of them were believed to still be alive. The bombardment was far wider in scale than the regular series of drone strikes the Israeli military has said it has conducted against individuals or small groups of suspected militants. The military said on Tuesday it hit dozens of targets. It said the attacks would continue for as long as necessary and extend beyond airstrikes, raising concern that Israeli ground troops could also resume fighting.